So here we are for a new season of the Celebrity Cricket League. 10 বছর হলো 10th season of the Celebrity Cricket League. And year on year, I was having a chat with my friend Vishnu. And in fact, I remember the first year when the concept was mooted. And I was actually part of that particular season in the early inception stages. For the first 5 or 6 years, when you do a tournament, when you do a league, it inevitably has a lot of hurdles that you've got to cross, a lot of obstacles that come your way, a lot of problems that emerge from nowhere. And it is not simply restricted to a league like the CCL, which has all the leading actors to get them together. Of course, if you take the cumulative fee, it will come to a humongous amount. You don't pay that kind of money. So people come together for passion. So when people come together for passion, that brings their dates and every other issue that comes up. So for the first 5 or 6 seasons, the league actually sustained losses. And when I say losses, serious losses. And then comes COVID. With COVID, like every other tournament or every other league in the world and in India, the Celebrity Cricket League also had its share of problems. But every dawn is followed by another, every dusk is followed by another dawn, every dawn has a sunrise. Last year, and I'm quoting Vishnu,
মনোমোহিনী নেকলেস থেকে ব্রেসলেট, প্রতিটি সৃষ্টি গ্ল্যামার ও ভাগ্যের রূপকথা লিখে। লাকি জুয়েলারি হাউসে আসুন, আপনার সৌন্দর্যকে সোনার উজ্জ্বলতায় মুড়ে ফেলুন। আপনার সোনাঝরা মুহূর্ত, আমাদের কারিগরি। HUID হলমার্ক সহ রেডিমেড গহনার অফুরন্ত কালেকশন ও সকল প্রকারের গহনা যত্ন সহকারে প্রস্তুত করা হয়।
For the first time, ladies and gentlemen, you will be delighted to know that the Celebrity Cricket League broke even. And this year, they are expected to make profits. So you should ask for more money, Jishu, Sengupta, and everything. So Vishnu goes by, you need to pay. So that's the story. Talk to Boney ji, he's not here. He knows I'll say this. That's why he's not yet come. But he's on his way. But the fact is, the league has turned the corner. We've seen the interest. And the league will only make money, we know when Bengal wins, which is this year. So that's the story. That's the story of the Celebrity Cricket League. Let's have an audio visual. Last week, all of us were thrilled to see the Burj Khalifa being lit. I will show those visuals when we have a chat on stage. But let's set it up. And great to see Bappada, hard taskmaster, dear friend, now coach. So let's have the aiming, let's set it up, and we will keep talking for the next few minutes because India 92 for 6. We have to have some good conversations to forget that dismal, rather disappointing end to the under-19. So can we have the audio visual, please? For Bengal Tigers, please, ladies and gentlemen. We will have our audio visual. আপনারা যদি এখানটা না ছেড়ে পেছনে কেউ দেখতে পাচ্ছেন না, একটু যদি টাইমে নিজের জায়গাতে বসে তারপর চালিয়ে দেবো। কারণ যারা পেছনে বসে আছেন আমরা সবাই ওনারা বলছেন কেউ দেখতে পাচ্ছেন না। হয় একটু বসে যান, না হলে জাস্ট পেছনটা যান, কারণ এই দিকটা কেউ দেখতে পারবে না। আমরা বেঙ্গল টাইগারের থিম সংটা চালিয়ে দেবো এক্ষুনি, বাট কাইন্ডলি, কারণ না হলে কেউ দেখতে পাবেন না। হয় আপনারা একটু নিচে বসুন, না হলে পেছনে সিট করে বসুন, অনেকটা জায়গা আছে। ইয়েস স্যার, সন্দেশটা there you go. What I'll now do, I'll slightly depart from this given script, and I'll get Vishnu to come on stage and say a few words, and thereafter, the moment Boney ji walks in, I'll get Jishu, Vishnu, Boney ji, and Bappada to come on stage and have a quick chat with me. And of course, I'll take a couple of questions as well and set the tone for the 10th season of the CCL. But let's get together and a round of applause for the founder of CCL, dear friend, maker of 1983, Jishu.
Good evening, everyone. It's always good to be in Kolkata, and Bengal Tigers is one of my favorite teams in CCL because the team uh, with Jishu as the captain, Jishu is one of the most loving members of the CCL family because the way he interacts with him, irrespective of welcome Boney ji. Thanks, sir. Yes, sir. So, 10 years, Jishu held the team together irrespective of the results. It's easy to have a team motivated when the results are positive. It's only in the tough times that a strong leader has to keep the team together, and that's what Jishu has been doing over the years. And I feel that this season will give better results because the way they are motivated, the way they were practicing, I think this is the first team to start practicing early this season. And as an owner, most of the team owners give up when the team is losing or when the team is not able to perform as expected. But Boniji has always stood by the team, and Boniji, thanks a lot for supporting the team in CCL. With regards to CCL, yes, when we first started, it was unique. It had that novelty of actors playing cricket, and over the years, like any sporting league in the world, it needs serious money to sustain. And we actually uh, struggled a bit, but over the time, we could really make a mark. And this season has passed the test of time, and we are here. Last week, we were on the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. That proves that the league is going places, and this season is going to be much bigger than compared to any other league season because this season we are on multiple broadcast networks. As far as I know, this is the only league that's having such a wide reach after IPL. And we have Sony 10, Sony Network, sports channel broadcasting the CCL games. We have Geo Cinema, the home of cricket, streaming CCL games. We have DD Sports. DD Sports is the, like, I think CCL is the only sporting league in the country that's broadcast on DD Sports. And then we have regional networks across languages broadcasting CCL games. So this season we are multiplying our reach, and we definitely feel that will be the biggest season for CCL, and this will be the turning point for the future of CCL. And coming to Bengal Tigers is a team that's been over the years. I can tell you that it has matured a lot because the way they've been taking the game seriously, and they also are coming with a new coach, having high hopes on you, sir. Welcome on board, and all the best, Jishu. All the best, Boniji. Thank you, everyone.
Put your hands together for the team owner, a very dear friend of mine who at the drop of a hat flew from Russia to Mumbai to Calcutta to launch my book in 2022. Always supportive of anything that I've done. One of the legends of Indian cinema. Put your hands together for Boney Kapoor. You already heard from him, but I'm going to get him back on stage as the founder and the mover behind CCL, Jishu. And here to Captain Fisher, a very dear friend of mine, colleague, tells me that each time Bengal Tigers plays, Jishu is on the verge of an emotional outburst. Good or bad, we will ask him on stage. And by the way, Jishu always says cricket is his first love, and the only reason he was on the Burj Khalifa is not film, but cricket. Welcome, Jishu. And we've commentated for hundreds of games together, had tremendous times doing cricket and football and Adda, a quintessential champion and someone who will ensure that Bengal Tigers gives its 100% game on game. Put your hands together for Bappada, Saurav in the book.
মনোমোহিনী নেকলেস থেকে ব্রেসলেট, প্রতিটি সৃষ্টি গ্ল্যামার ও ভাগ্যের রূপকথা লেখে। লাকি জুয়েলারি হাউসে আসুন, আপনার সৌন্দর্যকে সোনার উজ্জ্বলতায় মুড়ে ফেলুন। আপনার সোনাঝরা মুহূর্ত, আমাদের কারিগরি। HUID হলমার্ক সহ রেডিমেড গহনার অফুরন্ত কালেকশন ও সকল প্রকারের গহনা যত্ন সহকারে প্রস্তুত করা হয়।
Boney, to you first. What does Bengal Tigers mean to you?
Well, as the name of the franchise suggests, Bengal is a land of tigers. We've had several players from Bengal who were tigers, starting from Pankaj Roy, and of course, who can forget Saurav. So these are tigers we remember, and that's the reason this name for the franchise is very, very appropriate, Bengal Tigers. It's another thing that we've not won the championship so far. But I hope, and I still have hope that we will, maybe this year, maybe the coming year. I've never been disappointed with failure because failure is part of everybody's life. Whether it's cricket, whether it's football, whether it's filmmaking, whatever. I mean, whatever you do in life, there are ups and downs. And there's nothing wrong when there's a downhill. There's nothing wrong when you lose a game. And there's nothing wrong, at least I feel, it has motivated me to come back stronger. And I'm sure my teammates, my team players feel the same. And I'm sure this year we will come out trumps. I would be happy if we can win it. If we don't, bad luck, probably the next year. Because the enthusiasm is the same. I must thank everybody, every member of the team who has given their best so far. And I'm sure they will continue giving their best. Boney has spoken a lot about logistics, about figures, about things which have happened. He spoke of a football team baseball team which had not won for over 100 years. In fact, I'm making a film on football. It is basically based on the glorious days of Indian football. Not many in our country remember that India had reached the semi-finals of Melbourne Olympics. We lost in the semi-finals. And we won the gold medal in Jakarta Asian Games. We are not, most of the people in our country who are sports lovers, football lovers are not aware of this. So that also is a story of, the players rising from failure, reaching its phoenix, getting into the semi-finals, beating the best of the teams in the world, and finally winning the gold medal in Jakarta Olympics. So there is hope. In every field, there is hope in every sport. See, today the number of medals have gone up. I mean, a big way. It has gone up. Probably we won almost about 118 medals in this issue.
107 in the able body, 111 in the para issue.
Well, here's the numbers. The numbers man can give the right numbers. And who could imagine that we could reach these numbers about 10 years back? So we are a growing country. We are mastering the art in every field of, whether it is sports, whether it's industry, whether it is, anything you put your finger on, India is moving ahead and India is marching ahead. It is basically our temperament, our nature that we are resilient. If there is a failure, perhaps No, there was a song in my film, Zindagi Yehi Geet Hai, Aar ke baad hi jeet. I hope this year it is jeet ki saath, jeet ki saath.
So Jishu, if I could take it from there, that, obviously it's about resilience, it's about commitment and passion. And you have oftentimes said to the media in the public domain, আপনারা একটু পিছিয়ে যান, আমরা লোকে দেখতে একটু পিছিয়ে গিয়ে তুলুন, তাহলে কোনো অসুবিধা হবে না। সবাই দেখতে পারবেন, তুলতেও পারবে। Okay. How important is cricket to you? When you take on the captaincy, you've led this team for a decade. How important is Bengal Tigers? Because you clearly are a hugely successful, multi-talented person in different, your movement of work speaks for your talent. How important is Bengal Tigers in your overall professional career?
মনোমোহিনী নেকলেস থেকে ব্রেসলেট, প্রতিটি সৃষ্টি গ্ল্যামার ও ভাগ্যের রূপকথা লেখে। লাকি জুয়েলারি হাউসে আসুন, আপনার সৌন্দর্যকে সোনার উজ্জ্বলতায় মুড়ে ফেলুন। আপনার সোনাঝরা মুহূর্ত, আমাদের কারিগরি। HUID হলমার্ক সহ রেডিমেড গহনার অফুরন্ত কালেকশন ও সকল প্রকারের গহনা যত্ন সহকারে প্রস্তুত করা হয়।
Really, you know me pretty well. You know me for ages. Cricket is something which I've always said. If God comes to me right now and say, so I'll give you 10 more years. So I will say I'm 36. I don't want to be 26. I'm 46 now. So you become 36. Whatever you have today, you will retain then. What you will choose, cricket or acting, I will choose fight. So that's my passion for cricket. And Papa is sitting beside me. He knows me when I was playing under Gopal Bose. He knows me from that era. These guys know my passion for cricket. I know them when I entered this industry. I just want to say one thing, Goyana. What Boney said. In my 26 years of career, I was labeled as unlucky actor for almost a decade. And out here, there are a lot of people there are a lot of new journalists out here, but people who have seen me from last 1998. I entered this profession. When I left, I started my career with television, then I came to films, and then I was being called as an unlucky actor for almost a decade. The big producers, the big directors never touched me. And today, where I stand, I think I have done a little bit what the people have known me. Things changed when Ritudha came into my life, but that was almost a decade, after a decade. So 10 years of CCL, I think my year has come now. So I feel the 10 বছরের যে hitchটা ছিল সেটা কেটে গেল. And this year I'm very hopeful. I am not, I won't say I'm arrogant or I won't say with I'm saying this with humility. This team, which I've been captaining this side for the last 10 years, not 10 years, probably 9 years. First year, Jeet was the captain, I was vice captain. But yeah, 10 বছর ধরে খেলছি. And this team, I've never seen my team so, the bonding of this year, the team bonding is brilliant. Everyone is looking out for everyone. We are very happy to be together, which was not much there in earlier, because we never used to practice the way we are practicing for almost a year now. We have been playing cricket all around the year. So yes, I am hopeful. ওই 10 বছরের হিচটাও গেছে. Hopefully this year, আর কিছু না হোক, we will definitely try and be in the finals.
সচিন তেন্ডুলকর 22 বছর ওয়েট করেছিল ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ জেতার জন্য, শুধু 10 বছর ধরে। সময় অলওয়েজ থাকে, সময় থাকে। Vishnu, question for you before I go to Bappada. Can you commit, and I'm saying commit publicly, that you will get CCL to Kolkata next year for a game, not just a press meet?
মনোমোহিনী নেকলেস থেকে ব্রেসলেট, প্রতিটি সৃষ্টি গ্ল্যামার ও ভাগ্যের রূপকথা লেখে। লাকি জুয়েলারি হাউসে আসুন, আপনার সৌন্দর্যকে সোনার উজ্জ্বলতায় মুড়ে ফেলুন। আপনার সোনাঝরা মুহূর্ত, আমাদের কারিগরি। HUID হলমার্ক সহ রেডিমেড গহনার অফুরন্ত কালেকশন ও সকল প্রকারের গহনা যত্ন সহকারে প্রস্তুত করা হয়।
we are very keen to come to Kolkata, and I think if everything goes well, we will definitely come to Kolkata next year. And we need your support, the Cricket Station support, Bengal government support for all that. So everything goes well. And if Jishu wants, I think we can definitely come to Kolkata.
So basically, outside of বলটা ছেড়ে দিয়ে যিশু দিকে ডাইভার্ট করে দিল। If Boney is making a film on football, I think Vishnu is a better midfielder. Good pass.
And with regards to support from media, we definitely need your support to make things happen in Kolkata. And it's a huge stadium. Without your support, we can't do anything here.
Pada, when you coach a team like this, you have a superstar in Jishu, you have hugely talented and successful people out there, Saurav, Boney, Indrashish, etc. Shabbai, each one is a success story. How do you deal with them? How do you deal with egos? Because frankly, each one will have his ego, right? You're an achiever. So when you as a coach take over a team like this, what do you do?
মনোমোহিনী নেকলেস থেকে ব্রেসলেট, প্রতিটি সৃষ্টি গ্ল্যামার ও ভাগ্যের রূপকথা লেখে। লাকি জুয়েলারি হাউসে আসুন, আপনার সৌন্দর্যকে সোনার উজ্জ্বলতায় মুড়ে ফেলুন। আপনার সোনাঝরা মুহূর্ত, আমাদের কারিগরি। HUID হলমার্ক সহ রেডিমেড গহনার অফুরন্ত কালেকশন ও সকল প্রকারের গহনা যত্ন সহকারে প্রস্তুত করা হয়।
Yes, it's an ego. I will not say there are no egos. But Bappada or Ami, if we are on field, thanks to them, they don't even speak up.
Fantastic.
They don't. And I am so proud of them. I know that common goals. Yes, they have a lot of problems, they have some ego problems. But the best part is they come and share that with Bappada and with me too. Especially Ratri Bala, Ratri actor show, there's a phone call coming from Saurav. You should have it up, which is we anyway. Ratri Tuto show, Bonnie messages me, I'm really sorry, Captain, I couldn't do it. And it is happening for last almost 7-8 months. Vicky Bolcho.
It became extremely easy for me. People say it's hard. It hasn't been hard at all. Because as Boria was saying, I was there from the inception as well. I started doing commentary from the first ball when CCL started Vishnu over. And from that day onwards, I used to know every people who was used to play for Bengal Tigers. So I was there with the team as well because after commentary or before commentary, I used to spend time in Jishu's room. So I knew all of them, and the best part is, as you said, ego did not work here because the captain and who's the superstar over here, he has no ego. The first thing he came and told me, if I do a mistake, please don't hesitate to reprimand me. And in front of everybody. That's a huge thing. And if they know that the captain, being the superstar, says that, where do you stand? So, I've been coaching them for around 18-20 days now. And we've been practicing really hard, extremely passionate. They are actors, of course, but they literally become cricketers now.
Fascinating, fascinating. That talks a lot about commitment and passion. We are missing Raj Shah. We are missing because Raj has, I'm told he has fever, so that's why the doctors have advised him not to join us. So we are missing him. I want to make it a point to state that his contribution is something we deeply honor, value, recognize. We are missing Raj for this evening's function. Coming to you, Boniji. Kolkata and you, again, something, a relationship that goes back a lot. And is that one of the reasons why you decided to sort of invest in Bengal Tigers? Is this team, because clearly for a team owner to come and buy this team and not some other team, some team from some other part of the country says a lot. And I've seen, you and I have spoken multiple times about Bengal Tigers. How emotionally invested are you?
Well, I'm definitely, I would say, a professional product whose journey started from challenge. I was sorry. I started my journey as an assistant director to Shakti Samant, and I've shot for 2 or 3 films of his in this state, right from Darjeeling to Calcutta, Anurol, and then there was Anand Ashram, and yeah, Anurol and Anand, 2 films we've shot in Calcutta. I, the first time I visited this place as an assistant, I think we were here for almost 40 days. And we drove from here to Darjeeling. And on my way back from Darjeeling, I was, hauled up by the fans of Rajesh Khanna because I didn't let them go close to him while we were working. And after the pack-up, they all probably ganged up and decided, I need to be bashed up. So, I need to repay that. I was bashed up and now I'm going to give it back by making sure that our team wins and making sure that I make a mark here in this state where I was bashed up at the beginning of my career. So I want my team to help me to see that I pay back properly to those innocent fans who probably didn't realize what they were doing. In their enthusiasm to meet Rajesh Khanna, they were just being blocked by me, pushed by me, and after the backup, after the entire crew left, the secondary unit and the third unit probably is the last to leave, and I rushed back to the car after getting ready to be seated right by we were traveling in Jaunlad and Jeep because that's what was the mode of transport from Darjeeling to Bagdogra, from where we had to fly. Sorry, we weren't to fly out, they were to fly out. We drove to Calcutta. Even after being bashed up, I drove because the driver of our car, somewhere between the journey, between Darjeeling and Bagdogra, he left. And after being bashed up, I was bleeding from my nose. And he couldn't drive and we had to reach Calcutta in time. So with my head in this position, I was driving right up to I remember passing Faraka Dam in the night time, and the co-passengers are quite worried that I am not, in the night time the visibility is poor. And those days the visibility was very poor because the lights were not all that powerful, and certain roads didn't have lights too. We had to just look at the car's red light. We switched from Jeep to the Ambassador and from Baghdad. But still I remember the journey, and I feel that journey made me a strong man, made me realize that I need to carry on with my team. I need to be with my team, and that's what I'm trying to do in my own way by standing up. Fantastic. My team here is happy.
Well, two things from this story. One, Jishu, you owe it to him to pay him back.
Absolutely. I know the story. The last 10 years, I didn't know about the story.
So,
Yeah.
extra motivation, আজকে পরে কিচ্ছু চাইবেন না।
মনোমোহিনী নেকলেস থেকে ব্রেসলেট, প্রতিটি সৃষ্টি গ্ল্যামার ও ভাগ্যের রূপকথা লেখে। লাকি জুয়েলারি হাউসে আসুন, আপনার সৌন্দর্যকে সোনার উজ্জ্বলতায় মুড়ে ফেলুন। আপনার সোনাঝরা মুহূর্ত, আমাদের কারিগরি। HUID হলমার্ক সহ রেডিমেড গহনার অফুরন্ত কালেকশন ও সকল প্রকারের গহনা যত্ন সহকারে প্রস্তুত করা হয়।
Boney, see, you're a film person. You reenact this in front of them before every game. उसके बाद कोई मोटिवेशन नहीं लगेगा, trust me. Just Instagram reel बना के चला दीजिए और they will just look fantastic. Bapala, now you know Shahrukh Khan's equivalent of 70 million. Get him into the dressing room, reading, match done. Hey. But the more important point, he stayed by the team. He's been with the team. And this is a team that knows how to bond together. You should, but sport is, clearly as you said, cricket is very important to you. You're a successful person. All that lucky, etc. is out of the window. What has sport taught you? Because sport for me is a life lesson. What has sport taught you?
You face all your difficulties standing, facing those difficulties. That's what I've learned. I've never ran away. Probably I've kept quiet. I have not, I didn't speak up. But I was standing there facing those difficulties, and that only sports have given me that. ময়দানে যখন খেলতাম, আমার এখনো মনে আছে, যেটা অনেক সময় এখনো পাই, সামনে প্রচুর ভালো ভালো কথা বলতাম আর ঘুরে গেলে ইউজ টু সে দ্যাট এত বড় বড় কথা বলছে বাইরে আসুক দেখে নেবো, সেটা কোনোদিন মাঠে হতো না। মাঠে যদি ঝামেলা হতো তো সামনে মিস্টেক দিয়েছে। That I have learned and that I have applied in my life too. So yes, that is something which I have learned from the ground. From Maidan, I have learned that Maidan is a film which Boney film which is releasing also this year. I've learned from Maidan that you should stand there, whatever difficulties you face, you have to face it there, deal with it, be have but get peace with it, and then come out of the ground. Or else, if you carry them with you, you're going to be ja hoi thake. But if you're carrying weight with yourself, it's going to bog you down day by day. But ground has actually taught me that to get peace with it, face it, fight it out, come out of the ground.
ফ্যান্টাস্টিক। লাস্ট দুটো তিনটে প্রশ্ন করবো, তারপরে একটা ভিডিও নেব ওই বুর্জ খালিফার যেটা ওপেনিং হয়েছিল সেটার ভিডিওটা আপনাদের জন্য একবার চালাবো, তারপর আই গেট দ্য টিম আপ ফর আ ফটো অফ প্লিজ। বিষ্ণু, you mentioned the fact that it was difficult to sustain the league and all of that. But how difficult has it been? Because if I take the cumulative fee of all of the people involved, even the 8 captains, it's impossible to afford them. Because they're all superstars at that time. It's for passion that they've come together. How difficult or how easy is that?
Genuinely speaking, bringing all of them together is an impossible task for any of us. If you see, you can't make a multi-star film these days because no two actors can coexist on the screen. Because each has their own fan base or the expectations of public or expectations among themselves. But it's much easier for us to get them onto the cricket field because it's their passion that's driving them. And the 8 captains, I run a film award show, and I know how it's tough to bring one actor to an award show. Whereas in CCL, we have multiple superstars. At the same time, they come with so much of passion, and it's one message that excites them to come to the tournament. It's the easiest thing is to bring all of them to the ground, to the tournament, because they're passionate about the game. They love for the game that is driving CC.
So, the fact that the playoffs are in Hyderabad and Vizag, the industry is strong, you clearly hail from that region. Are you conflicted that you have deliberately done that against the Bengal team that you want to investigate? Because I sense a bias against Bengal.
Sir,
Next
next year, you take the responsibility of hosting the game in Kolkata, and we are more than happy to come here and play.
So I asked Vishnu, is that DRS? He said,
No. Well, I want to say, I've seen a lot of people in my life. I've been to a lot of places, but this person I've met 10 years back, I didn't know him, who he was, and what he was. I still remember there was a game in Kochi, if I'm not wrong, and we were playing against Kerala, Malayalam team. We were playing Kerala. Kerala strikers, we were playing against them. And in between we were losing, and then I played well, and we got to a point where we were winning almost. Last over, we lost for one run, if I'm not wrong, right? And I got out in the last over. I came out, just crossed the road. I started crying. Not only crying, I was howling. And there were cameras and all. Today I laugh about it, but I was howling. I remember this man in a white shirt and blue jeans come up to me, holding me, taking me inside the dressing room, giving me a towel, and he's telling me cry. It's okay, cry. And then I look up, I see this man, his name is Vishnu Duri. He said, don't go out right now, don't go to the bathroom, wash your face, open your pants and everything, change your stuff. He was there, the match was over, we lost the match, the press issues was happening, and he was there with me, he was supposed to be there outside, he was supposed to be there at the presentation. He was with me, and he took me out, because I had to go and speak, and he was there. From that day, and why I'm saying all this is not only that he's the, he has put everything together and CCL is happening, getting everyone together. There are reasons why, apart from us, apart from Bengal Tigers, I've seen other team players, I've seen other captains, I've seen other superstars. One, of course, we are passionate about cricket. The other thing why we all come to play CCL is this man, whose name is Jishu.
No question. I don't mean that I don't wish to know that we work together. I remember during COVID, he called me, he said, you were right, the insights for me of the IPL, I hope that Boney actually came to book at launch. And we did it as a film project, so the book was commissioned by Vishnu. And in fact, we start the scripting process tomorrow morning at my house with Vishnu and the team. So I know Vishnu for a long time, and there's no delay for his commitment for sport and commitment for quality work. Bengal bias, but another day.
মনোমোহিনী নেকলেস থেকে ব্রেসলেট, প্রতিটি সৃষ্টি গ্ল্যামার ও ভাগ্যের রূপকথা লেখে। লাকি জুয়েলারি হাউসে আসুন, আপনার সৌন্দর্যকে সোনার উজ্জ্বলতায় মুড়ে ফেলুন। আপনার সোনাঝরা মুহূর্ত, আমাদের কারিগরি। HUID হলমার্ক সহ রেডিমেড গহনার অফুরন্ত কালেকশন ও সকল প্রকারের গহনা যত্ন সহকারে প্রস্তুত করা হয়।
When you come to such a stage, you always under pressure. And I've been under pressure from the time I started playing football. So I know what pressure is. So, the way the team is shaping up, the way the team was passionate, the way the team was practicing, the amount of practice matches we played this year, I think we don't lose, we can't predict, but we definitely compete this year, and we will definitely compete hard.
That's all that matters. The process of the game.
Get on my head. Get on my head. Get on my head. Get on my head.